What if I told you that one family once controlled more capital than most countries? A family that funded kings, financed wars, and built the most powerful banking network in the world. But here's the real question: if they were so powerful, why don't we hear about them dominating finance today? And more importantly, what wealth lesson from their rise and decline could completely change how you build money in 2026? Stay with me until the end, because the final lesson might completely shift the way you think about investing and financial power. Before we start, if you want to understand how money, investing, and wealth systems really work, hit like and subscribe. This channel breaks down the strategies used by the world's richest families. The beginning of the Rothschild Empire story. Our story starts in the 1700s in Frankfurt, Germany. A man named Mayer Amschel Rothschild started a small coin and currency trading business. But Mayer didn't think like a normal merchant. He understood something powerful. Money grows fastest when capital moves across borders. So instead of building one local business, he built a financial network. And here's the genius move. He sent his 5 sons to the financial capitals of Europe: London, Paris, Vienna, Naples, Frankfurt. Each son built a banking operation. But they weren't competitors. They were one connected financial system. In a time before telephones or the internet, the Rothschilds created the fastest private financial communication network in Europe. And this allowed them to do something revolutionary: move capital faster than governments. This is where their wealth exploded. Because while others were trading goods, the Rothschilds were financing entire countries. They funded governments. They funded infrastructure. They funded wars. And when governments needed money, they came to the Rothschild banks. By the early 1800s, the family had become the largest private banking empire in the world. But their real power wasn't just money. It was information and speed. The strategy that built their fortune. One famous story shows their financial strategy. During the Napoleonic Wars, the Rothschild network helped move funding across Europe to support military campaigns. But more importantly, their private communication system allowed them to know market-moving information earlier than others. In finance, information advantage equals profit. This allowed them to invest capital ahead of the market. And over decades, their wealth compounded massively. By the mid-1800s, the Rothschild family was one of the richest families on earth. But here's where the story becomes interesting. The turning point: even the most powerful financial systems face change. As the 20th century arrived, the world of finance started transforming. Central banks expanded. Governments created stronger financial regulations. Global markets became more competitive. New financial institutions appeared. Instead of a few private banking families controlling capital, modern financial markets opened to corporations, public banks, and investment funds. The financial system was becoming decentralized. And slowly, the dominance of traditional banking dynasties faded. The Rothschild family still remained wealthy and influential, but the world had moved into a new financial era. The real lesson for 2026 now. Here's the most important part. The Rothschild story isn't just history. It reveals 3 powerful wealth lessons for today's investors. Lesson 1. Networks build wealth. The Rothschilds didn't rely on one business. They built a network of financial power across countries. In today's world, that might look like digital businesses, global investing, multiple income streams. Wealth grows faster when systems are connected. Lesson 2. Information is financial power. Their biggest advantage was information speed. Today the equivalent is financial education, market research, understanding investing early. People who understand money systems earlier usually win. Lesson 3. Adaptation is everything. Even the biggest financial empires can lose dominance when systems change. Markets evolve. Technology evolves. New opportunities appear. In 2026, the biggest wealth shifts may come from AI businesses, digital assets, online companies, global investing platforms. The investors who adapt first often benefit the most. The Rothschild family didn't just build wealth. They built a financial system before the world understood global finance. And while the world eventually changed, their strategy still holds one truth. Wealth is rarely built by working harder alone. It is built by understanding how money systems actually work. If you want to learn more about investing, capital growth, and the strategies behind modern wealth, subscribe to Asset Builder. Because here, we break down the financial systems most people never learn. Stay in touch for more information.